Let me tell you what had you so confused about that man. He could look you dead in the face and tell you he loved you, and then turn around and treat your feelings like they don't matter. And you kept trying to make this shit make sense. You kept saying, how can somebody love me and keep hurting me like this? But that's the problem. You kept listening to what he said while ignoring what he kept showing you. Proof is always in the evidence, sis. If you know action speaks louder than words, why would you just listen to words, right? Pay attention. Because that man didn't love you the way you loved him. He loved what you kept doing for him. He loved knowing that you would stay even after every disrespect. He loved knowing that you would forgive him. He loved knowing that no matter how bad he acted, you would still try to understand where he's coming from. And here's the thing, right? You understood his childhood. You understood his stress. You understood his trust issues. You understood why he had a hard time communicating. You understood everything about that man except the fact that he understood exactly what he was doing to you. Because at some point, you have to stop making excuses for a full-grown man who keeps making the same damn choice. And here's the thing, right? You thought that the more you loved him, the better you loved him, the better he would treat you. But the more you gave him, the more comfortable he became doing less. You got into that relationship with that man to build something, to build life together. But he came into that relationship looking for somebody to carry everything he didn't feel like carrying. And because you were loyal, because that's the kind of heart you got, you picked up the weight and called it love. You picked up the weight and said, you know what? I'm going to help him out. But here's the thing, right? You weren't stupid for seeing the good in him. And I say stupid because a lot of y'all be leaving comments in my comment section saying, I was so dumb for not seeing this. I was so stupid for not seeing this. Sweetheart, words become flesh. Watch what you tell yourself. Don't call yourself stupid in my comment section, okay? Don't do that shit. Tell yourself this: I can't believe I didn't see this coming, or maybe I did see it coming, but now that I know what it is for what it really is, I know that discernment is what I'm gonna practice from now on. Change the words. Stop telling yourself you were so stupid. Words become flesh, y'all. This is why some of y'all be repeating history with new faces, because you don't practice healing words, you practice insulting words. You can't change your identity with bad words, sis. You can't. Stop telling yourself you dumb and stupid. I don't want to hear that shit in my comment section. All right? Deal? Okay then. But like I said, you wasn't stupid for seeing the good in him. What else was you supposed to do? See the worst in him? Y'all building life together, right? And here's the thing, right? The good side probably felt real. In the beginning, he listened to you. He complimented you. He made time for you. He made you feel like, you was finally dealing with somebody different. But once he knew you were emotionally invested, that effort, it started disappearing. Now you were chasing the same treatment that he was giving you in the beginning. And every time he became cold, distant, and disrespectful, you waited for the old version to come back. You waited for the old version to come back. You kept telling yourself, this is not the man I fell in love with. But what you didn't realize was that the man you fell in love with a long time ago, he knew he had to be that man to gain access to you. And this sounds crazy because you're like, man, how am I supposed to trust anybody if that's what they do to get women? Men were taught how to get the girl, right? Women were taught how to keep the man. Completely different conditioning for centuries, right? But at the same time, when somebody try to get you, you don't just look at words after that. You look at actions. You look at effort. When that shit starts to die, that's when you know he lied. All right? Because when someone values you, what do they keep doing? They keep being consistent. That's the key. When consistency dies, I don't give a shit how stressful life gets, right? Consistency must remain. It's not going to be 100% every time. But again, consistency is never 100%. It might be 50 today. It might be 80 tomorrow. It might be 30 today. It might be 90 tomorrow, right? But at the end of the day, when you average out, the consistency is still there, right? The problem lies is when the consistency disappears. When it's 10 today, 9 tomorrow, 1 the next day, bounce back up to 5, back down to 2, it's going down to 0, sis. But here's the thing, right? That disrespectful version of him wasn't a random side of him. That was the version of him that showed up once he felt like you wasn't going nowhere. Once he felt like your loyalty was tied to him. If you got your man watching this video, let me talk to him real quick, right? Bro, you don't love that woman because you only treat her right when she's doing everything you want. You don't love her if she has to stay quiet and shh just to keep the peace with you. Why does she always have to sacrifice her peace to keep the peace with you? You don't love that woman if every time she brings up her feelings to you and you push her feelings to the side and you somehow make yourself to feel like you're the victim because you're the type of dude, you brush everything under the rug because you don't like solving problems. It's like you got no critical thinking skills. She's emotional, but who are in prisons today? Who's in jail today? Who's committing all the suicide today? It's men. Because y'all can't control your freaking emotions. That's why when a woman bring up their emotions to you, you can't handle it. You brush it under the rug. Just like all of y'all been brushing your feelings under the rug. You would spend all your money on dumb shit, but what you would never spend money on is therapy and some fucking help. And when every time she bring up a problem that she's hurt by your actions, you make it seem like, oh girl, you just imagining things. Continue making that woman feel stupid, bro. Continue making that woman feel stupid. You're going to be the stupid one when she leave your ass. You got somebody good by your side, bro. You got somebody good by your side. What is your problem? If control is all you need, bro, let her go. But if you really love that woman, man, put your ego to the side because your ego has a problem every time she has boundaries. You think all of a sudden now she's disloyal just because she came up with a boundary. You don't like boundaries because that makes her seem like, oh, she just wants what she wants. No, bro. If a woman can't tolerate disrespect, guess what? She gonna lay down the boundary. That's how it's supposed to be. Most women were not taught to have boundaries. They were taught to nod their head, smile, and move the hell on. And you're used to women like that. And you think you're gonna continue to play the same games with her the same way. You love control. You love access. Admit it. You love knowing that somebody's there to support you while you give her the bare minimum. And then you want credit because you did one nice thing after putting her through hell for 6 months. Like taking her out to dinner is not going to erase the fact that she's been crying herself to sleep because of you. But anyways, man, do what you got to do. But sis, let me tell you something real quick. A narcissistic man pays attention to what a woman provides. Like, can she calm him down? Can she make him look good? Will she forgive him quickly? Will she still protect his name after he embarrasses her? Will she stay when he knows that she deserves better? That's what he becomes attached to. It's not always the woman herself. It's the benefits. It's just like a lot of people who hate their jobs, but they love the benefit. And if he's treating you like shit, man, he probably hates you. Cause like, why would you treat somebody you love like shit? Never makes sense to me. That's why all of a sudden he can act like he can't live without you when you try to leave. But then act like he can replace you or he don't give a damn about you when you're still there. He just doesn't want to lose access to you because of everything you do for this man. You bring this man so much peace in his life. You keep track of everything in his life. You do so much shit for this man that if he lost you, it would cost him a lot. But it's costing you more to stay. I'm gonna tell you something, sis. Real love cares about the actions that affect you. Let me repeat that. Real love cares about the action that affects you. But control only cares that your reaction is the problem. What that means is, however he's trying to control you, you shouldn't have a reaction. You should just nod your head, smile, and carry on. That's control. But real love will be like, you know what? I didn't mean it like that. My bad. Apologize, change the behavior, and move on and not repeat it. Control will repeat the behavior and expect you to not give a damn. Just continue to nod your head and smile. Real love will say, you know what? I hurt you. Let me fix this. Control will say, why you always starting something? What kind of peace is it, sis? Peace where you're sacrificing your peace to keep the peace with him. Real love wants to hear your voice. Control wants to hear your voice only when you're agreeing with everything he says. Think about how the relationship worked. How it's still standing till to this day. It's because of you. As long as you was patient, understanding, available, and not asking too many questions, everything was fine. But the moment you got tired, now you got an attitude. The moment you ask for accountability, now you're just being negative. The moment you stop doing everything for him, now you changed. But no, you didn't change. You got tired of being used. You got tired of pouring into a man who kept finding new ways to drain you. And every time you try to talk about that one thing he did, somehow the conversation became about everything that's wrong with you. Because if you came up and said, you know what, whatever you did kind of hurt me. 20 minutes later, now you're defending yourself for something you said 3 years ago. But we're dealing with this now. And now you forgot what you originally brought up. Now you're apologizing for even bringing it up. The same shit you forgot what you came for. You're apologizing for that. Now he's the one who needs space. He needs space so you can go chase him. But that's not communication. That's him flipping the whole conversation so he never has to deal with what he did. And the truth is, that man, he might have loved the way you made him feel, but he did love how you'd forgive him for anything. He loved how you would provide for his needs. He loved knowing that you would keep choosing him no matter how many times he gave you reasons not to. That kind of reassurance to a narcissistic man, it's like, you know what they say, power in the wrong hands is evil. That's it. You know, your loyalty is power, and giving it to a narcissistic man, that's powerful. Watch yourself, because he loves when you provide for his needs. But the moment you have needs, suddenly it makes him uncomfortable. Suddenly he got shit to do. Your man only works a 9-to-5 job. Suddenly he got the world to do. That fool barely works. Suddenly he got shit to do. What you doing, bro? You ain't building a Fortune 500 company. You don't run social media. You don't make content. You don't have a business. You don't own a business. You barely have hobbies. How do you always have something to do? You ain't got shit to do. Let's call it for what it is, sis. He doesn't value you as much as you value him. You need to redirect that damn value. That's why you felt like you had to earn basic treatment, basic respect, basic love. You gotta stop giving premium love to a basic man. And if you're a fixer or an overgiver, you'll feel helpful whenever you're helping him. You'll feel valuable whenever you're helping him. But you felt like you was a burden or problem whenever you needed help. Shouldn't feel like that. But see, after a while, that mess will make you question yourself. You start thinking, you know what? Maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe I just need to be more patient. More patient? You're 10 years deep. For some of you, it's 20 years deep. You need to be more patient? I think your patience is running thin, sis. Your patience is running thin. But listen to me. You don't have to become more quiet and easier or more broken just to keep a man comfortable. Love should not require you to lose yourself. You should never have to sacrifice your peace to keep the peace with a man who doesn't give a damn about your peace. You don't heal by becoming easier for him to use. You heal when you stop giving him access to the best sides of you, the best version of you that he's taken for granted. Your loyalty was not the problem. Your heart was not the problem. Your ability to forgive was not the problem. The problem was you kept giving those things to somebody who saw your love as something he could keep using without giving anything back. And you don't need him to understand why you're done. You don't need him to agree with your boundary either. And you don't need one last conversation for closure. Give yourself that closure, your damn self. Because nothing that comes out of his mouth now will ever mean anything. Because the real closure is he knew you was hurting for all these years. And he still kept repeating the same action, the same pattern, same behavior. It never ended. That's your closure. Becoming that woman means you stop asking, did he love me in his own way? And you start asking, was the way he loved me, was it healthy for me? Did it align with my values? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because somebody can claim they love you and still be dangerous for your peace. You stop looking at what he meant to do and you start looking at what the hell he's actually doing. You stop calling jealousy protection. You stop calling control care. You stop calling obsession love. And you stop disappearing inside of a relationship just so that man can feel powerful. Because that man you got, he might never learn how to love a woman beyond what she can do for him. But once you finally choose yourself, you stop begging for love from a man who is only committed to using yours. Know your worth. Value yourself. Respect yourself enough to know what kind of love you deserve and only settle for that. Don't be afraid to have standards. Don't be afraid to protect your peace. Like I always say, you ain't got 1,000 years to get it right. Get it right now. The decision you're making, if you've gotten to this point, if you're watching this video right now, this is your sign. Why would you watch this video and it doesn't relate to you? Why would you watch it all the way to the end? Because you know you needed this. You know you needed this today. All right. Anyways, that's all I got to say. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love, the support, all the shares, the likes, the comments. It's not so much the comments. It's what y'all say in the comments. It's like, I might say drop a heart, but when I see somebody's story in there, when I see what somebody says, it makes me know I'm living my purpose. So thank you. All right. I can't express enough gratitude in these videos. I don't want to make these damn videos longer than what they are. I'm trying to keep this as to the point as possible. All right. But anyways, thank you so much. All right. Until the next message, much love and peace.